Hey, we're here talking about quadratics, solving them. One way we can solve them is by factoring. So here's our first example. We have negative 12x squared is equal to 34x minus 28 here. And so what I need to do is I need to move my negative 12x over. Mainly because I don't like it to be negative, because I could move those two over. But I also want to have 0 on one side. I can't solve this unless I have 0 on one side. So add 12x squared to both sides. That's what gives you 0 over here. So I'm left with 12x squared plus 34x minus 28. So at this point, I can find something that multiplies together. If it's something is multiplied together and it gives you 0, then one of those things has to be 0. I can factor out a greatest common factor of 2. And then I'm left with 6x squared plus 17x minus 14. And then I'm going to find factors of 84 that get me to 17 and factor it by using the box method. And so therefore I'm left with 2 times 3x minus 2 times 2x plus 7. Alright, so all of this is equal to 0 since all this multiplied together gets me to 0. Either this is equal to 0 or this is equal to 0. So I'm going to have 3x minus 2 is equal to 0 and 2x plus 7 is equal to 0. Once I do that, then I'm going to solve for x. So add 2, 3x is equal to 2, divide by 3, and x is equal to 2/3. Over here, subtract by 7. 2x is equal to negative 7 here, and then divide by 2, and x is equal to negative 7/2. So a solution here, x is equal to 2/3 and negative 7/2. Okay. If you didn't factor out by this 2 first, what's going to happen is it's all going to, you'd have to reduce down here at the bottom. All right, so let's look at our next example. We have 6x squared. We have 6x squared minus 10x minus 3 is equal to negative 2x squared. So notice this time I don't have 0 on either side. I need to get it that way. I can move all of this over there, or I can move this to this side. So I'm going to move this to this side. So plus 2x squared. Gets rid of that. I'm left with 8x squared minus 10x minus 3 is equal to 0. From this point here, I'm going to factor by the box. Factors of negative 24 that get me to negative 10, and then factor by the box method. So when I do that, I'm going to get 4x plus 1 times 2x minus 3, and all that's equal to 0. Again, 2 things multiplied together gets you to 0, means that one of them has to be 0. That has to happen. So either 4x plus 1 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. One of those 2 things has to happen. I'll solve for x here, so 4x is equal to negative 1. Divide by 4, and so x is equal to negative 1/4. And then on this side, I'll add 3 to each side. And 2x is equal to 3, divide by 2. And then x is equal to 3/2. So solution here, when x is equal to negative 1/4, if you were to plug it in here, or here, you would get 0, and then x is equal to 3/2, you would get 0 as well. So those 2, remember, are the solutions. Zeros, x-intercepts, all of that. So this is what I have for you. This is solving quadratics by factor.